it was amazing. You know, I don't know, I hope I don't offend you when I say this, but you know, there's something, you read
Sonali,
Dan
there's
Brown's...
nothing that you can do that can possibly offend the average male.
Thank you. But you know, I mean, you read Dan Brown's books and everything, and for me this was like a very much an Indian, I would not like to say it, just for the reference sake, such an Indian version of Dan Brown. There was this amazing take that was, that he had taken, be it Krishna Ki, be it Roosevelt Line, amazing. So got hooked onto his books from the Chanakya chant onwards, and since then I have been a fan. And so it's really amazing to be sitting here, and when he said that could you launch the cover of my book, I said, but why are we not launching the book so that I can take it back with me and read it? And then he's been giving these little tidbits where he just tells these 2 lines about it, and he's not really sharing what it is about, and it's driving me nuts because I thought, you know, the suspense is killing me, and I'm like, what is it? Why can't you just come out with a book? But anyway, today we will satisfy ourselves with just launching the book now. But we will still try to get a few things out of it. What is this book about? What has inspired you to write it?
First of all, thanks. I'm honored that you are a reader and a fan. Really, truly, it warms my heart. And thank you so much for the entire audience which is here today on account of this momentous book. I must tell you, as far as this particular title is concerned, Sonali, the intention was to try and explore. There are, first of all, let's start with Kalachakra.
You know, Keepers of Kalachakra brings, you know, to my mind this whole mystic organization and some super secret organization.
Of course.
So can you imagine the intrigue that is already building up with
Absolutely.
it? What is this organization? What are you leading up to?
Absolutely.
What part of history are you going to demolish now? Because, you know, there are times when I feel, was the history I read right, or is he rewriting it, or is this the truth? So, you know, because I don't know, the research that you do is so amazing that you actually start thinking, if that is so close to truth, maybe this was the truth. I mean, we would like to believe it because it becomes so exciting in his book.
No, I think for me the idea was that, you know, first of all, let's start with Kalachakra itself. What does Kalachakra mean? Kal, time. Chakra, wheel. So it's the wheel of time. And actually, Kalachakra is a concept, a meditation concept that was taught by the Buddha to a great king whose name was Suchandra. And Suchandra was actually the king of a mystical land which we now know as Shambhala. And what was Suchandra after? He was after he wanted the ability to be able to attain the status of a bodhisattva without becoming a monk. So in other words, Buddha taught him a method where he could become a bodhisattva without becoming celibate, without giving up the worldly life. And so that is what Kalachakra is. In that sense, this book is a quest to attain that heavenly and pure land called Shambhala. So I think if Hemal is around, Hemal probably, if we were to show everyone the AV, you have it queued, or
Can we see the AV?
So yeah. Okay, so maybe, okay, lovely. So if you like the AV, please go and pre-order the book.
Thank you for telling us that.
At an earlier session, I was asked that what is the one quality that an author needs to have, and I said there is a Hindi word which describes it. It's called Besharam. And so, if you are Besharam, then you will plug in your book wherever you can. So I'm sorry, but I'm doing a little bit of my marketing.
You will also plug it in, and I'm sure the audience here is here because they are your fans, and I'm sure they're all and spot the book, and you know, I'm sure they're all very excited and waiting for this book. So, Ashwin, what I want to know is that how do you come up with this concept? What are these? Are these whirling around in your head? Have they all been in your head at some point of time? What is it? Where did they come out from?
I would love to answer that in the form of the name of a single malt, but the truth is that it's beyond the booze. I mean, frankly, I'm one of those, I take interest in a lot of things. Typically, in the old days, people used to maintain journals. I have a modern take on that, which is that I, from the very beginning, have had an email account which no one else knows the ID of, because I use that email only to email myself. So I email myself almost every day. And so, for example, you and I could be having a conversation right now, and you might end up saying something that strikes me as very interesting. And that would go into that email. As of today, I've emailed myself about 12,000 times.
Wow.
So anytime when I'm looking at a new book...
Can we get a peek into those at some point? Non-fiction, not a bad idea. I would love to peek into it.
Then I would run out of story ideas. That's like a treasure trove. But, so I go back to that. And I think, okay, now what's there which is in this, which is so interesting? So to give you an example, with this book, I was thinking to myself, I said, if you really look at the idea of Kalachakra, it's actually being one with the universe. How do you actually blend yourself? How do you merge yourself into this very complicated web of interconnections? And I thought to myself, well, isn't that what quantum physics is attempting to do? So I wanted to bring out that notion that a lot of what...
It started with the idea, your email gave you a thought, but after that, one has read your books, and I'm sure my audience will agree with this, that there's a lot of research that has to have gone into it for the details that is there. It's definitely not just the idea and then, a little bit of single malt doing the rest of the job. It's definitely not that. There's a lot of hard work, one can see it because the research is amazing. So what happens then? Once you've got onto the idea, do you get onto the research bit?
So for me, in the, all these books, starting with the Roosevelt line, and working my way through till the Kalachakra, all of these books, typically they follow a rather set timeline. Normally, depending on the book, it could be anywhere between 8 months to 1 year worth of research. Which means that, for example, I don't know the first thing about the Kalachakra, I would actually have to get into that. And similarly, when it came down to the Krishna key, it was sort of once again revisiting the Mahabharata, or reading the Arthashastra for Chanakya.
That's what I'm saying, just 8 months or a year is not really a lot of time.
Trust me, when you're going through it, it seems like a lot. So once I have that process completed, then I have the stirrings of an idea. And that's the time when I start plotting. So my plotting works, believe it or not, on Excel.
Research.
Yeah, and it works on Excel spreadsheets. So typically, for example, let's take, for example, the Sialkot saga. The Sialkot saga is a story about two boys post 1947 after the partition, and how their lives pan out over the next 70 odd years. What people don't know, and one day I'm going to share this, is that if you were to look at an Excel sheet, the first column would indicate the year, 1947, 48, 49, 50. Then against each of those, the two characters, Arvind and Arbaz in this case, those characters, what were their ages in those years? What would they have been doing? Would they have been in school? Were they setting up a business? Were they in jail? Were they experiencing their first romance? What were they doing? Then I would superimpose on that what was happening in India at that time, politically, culturally, historically. And once I have that, then that gives me the final column that what happens in that chapter.
This is really a unique way. I've never heard anyone write like this.
It's
amazing.
It's a lot of sweat actually. People talk about inspiration. Inspiration is nonsense, it's perspiration.
I agree.
Yeah, of course. And once you've done that, then frankly the writing is almost effortless. I like to think of it almost, since this is a topic close to your heart, children's books, it's almost like a children's coloring book. The outlines, you're filling in the red, you're filling in the green. So that last 8 to 9 months is effortless because you already know.
Lived with the characters for so long, you know everything about them.
Exactly.
And so a lot of times when you're making this Excel sheet, do you think a lot of your plot points and everything come out from there because of the time?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, by the time that I'm done with the spreadsheet, I know every twist and turn in that story. And I know when it happens.
How much in love do you fall with your characters?
I think the only book in which I think I did things differently, and as a result of which I had less of a connect with my characters, was the Rosabal line. The Rosabal line was a book which, first of all, it was my first book, and it was a book where I had no clue of what I was doing. So with the Rosabal line, there are people who say that this was the most brilliant book Ashwin wrote, and then there are those who say, nonsense, he was on drugs. Now, so it's exceptionally different views on that book. And the truth is that I had tied myself up into knots while writing it, because it was a matter of chance. I happened to be in Kashmir. In Kashmir, there is a tomb in the center of Srinagar. It's called Rosabal, which is the tomb of the Prophet. There's a 14th century saint buried there. Nasiruddin is his name. Under his body lies a second body, which goes back to 124 AD, which is the origin of the tomb.
How did you find that out? It's just...
Well, you see, there are references to firmans. There are court orders which date back to 768, which refer to the fact that the tomb has stood there since 124. So you can pretty much take a calculated guess that the tomb has been there from that time. And outside the tomb, of course, is a pair of feet on a metallic plate, which has cross marks of a crucifixion. So very often there are people who say, we authors need to go out looking for stories, but the truth is that we don't go looking for stories. Usually the stories are looking for us. So the story finds you, and then either it clicks, and when it clicks, then you say, I need to explore this further.
So just for our benefit, when you saw that tomb there, and what was it that went on in your mind at that point of time when you said?
So I was like, wow. What sort of a story is this?
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with that story for the next 1 year. I ended up reading tons and tons of books, not just on the tomb, but on alternative theories that had been propounded by various non-fiction authors. For example, someone had written, a Russian explorer called Nicholas Notovich had visited the monastery in Hemis, Ladakh. And yes, it's there. And he found a scroll which talked about Isa, a boy who came from Palestine at the age of 13. Now that fits in beautifully with the so-called lost years of Jesus Christ. So all of that, I wanted to connect the dots. And so I was utterly obsessed with that story. My wife was fed up with me. She said that, listen, the only conversation, if at all we have a conversation, it's about that tomb. And it's really getting on my nerves. So she said, you have to find a way to get that kida out of your system.
So write it fast so that it's out of your system.
So I
did it get out of your system after you wrote it?
But even at that time, 40 pages was a research document where I connected all the dots. And after I was done, I was very proud of myself. I gave it to her and I said, read it. So at night, she read it. Next morning, I said, so what did you think? She said, congratulations. So I was damn pleased with myself. I said, wow, that, So I said, you really liked it. So she says, well, congratulations, because you discovered the cure for insomnia. Because within about, like a few pages, I was out for the count.
Are you serious?
So she said, no one's going to read this. You have to make this into a story.
What does she have to say now?
I think, frankly, when it comes down to my wife, I'll tell you, I always say that she's the needle. Because at any given point of time, given my figure, when I start floating,
Punctures the balloon.
she punctures the balloon. So, and it's always good to be able to sort of have your
I
feet
think
firmly on the
we
ground.
all do that to a certain extent. It's
So,
a good
yeah.
thing to do sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So did the character get out of your system after you wrote the book, or are you still attached to it? Which
No,
is your favorite?
those-
which is your favorite character?
My favorite book, I would say, is the Rosabal line. But character-wise,
The first baby syndrome.
absolutely, it's first love.
Yeah.
You never forget your first love. So that book is my first love. But at the end of the day, I would say in terms of characters, I would say the ones I created in the Sialkot saga were probably the best ones.
Okay.
Where I could actually feel that, I empathized, I sympathized with them. So, and of course, Chanakya's chant, Ganga Sagar Mishra, was again one of my favorites. So,
You fall in love with all your characters. You love
Pretty
that
much.
they're your babies,
Pretty much.
giving birth to them.
pretty much.
So that whole process. So yes, I get what your wife is feeling, and I know why she is the leader then. Because imagine what she's going through. It's a year and a half of this obsession
And-
with every book.
While these books are going on in parallel, there are other books coming along the way. So my James Patterson books happen in between all of this.
Okay.
My 13 Steps books happen in between all of this. So at any given point of time, I'm
So
multitasking.
do you have a routine where you say that, okay, these are the hours that I'm going to write? Are you disciplined like that, or are you?
Well, pretty much, because otherwise you can't really turn out. I mean, it's been 10 years and I've written 10 books.
It's amazing.
But I like to joke that most people have a 9 to 5 job. I have a 5 to 9 job, which means I'm up at 5. And typically I'm done with my writing by 8:30 or 9.
In the morning? Or?
In the morning.
Yeah, I would thank God.
And my parents are sitting in the front row, Sonali, right here. So typically I have to time myself because by 9 o'clock is when I go and have a cup of tea with them. So between
Do you
5...
discuss it with them? Are they their sounding boards?
No. Because then my morning ritual will be totally finished once and for all. So it's easier just to keep it as, because while I'm writing, at that point of time there are conflicting thoughts coming in and I don't even know as to how that book is going to turn out.
And what is it that you're going to keep eventually? Because how much rewriting happens with you?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
How much of rewriting happens with you?
I've always maintained that I'm not a writer but a rewriter.
But most
So-
writers that I've met say that.
So I'm a rewriter because I mean, this book has been through 7 rewrites.
Really?
7 rewrites. And either my editor had some inputs in it or my publisher wanted certain
Okay,
things.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with your editor?
Oh, I must tell you, my equation with my editor is super. And, she's one of those people who has been with me from the first book, The Rosabal Line. And in fact, she came on board on account of the fact that she used to be with my publisher. And even after she left my publisher, she continues to edit my books. So the first edit is always done by her. And somehow or the other what happens is the process of editing is such that over a period of time, you build up a familiarity.
Absolutely.
And in fact, nowadays when she does edits, I don't even realize that it's her voice. It's almost like she's taken on my voice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So initially, any fights, any
Oh
arguments?
yeah, initially the biggest fights were on the Rosabal Line. Because the Rosabal Line was a book which was so utterly confusing to the average reader. Luckily, the ones who were utterly confused didn't want to admit that they were utterly confused. So they said, oh, what a wonderful book. So, as a result of which, the book worked.
I don't agree with that, but anyway.
So the maximum number of fights and arguments were related to that.
And then since then you ironed out the differences. So
We
your
ironed
voice became one, and so it's been a
Absolutely.
great
Absolutely.
relationship since then. I would say.
Absolutely. And plus she's understood, she is Kolkata based.
Okay.
And
So the distance helps.
one is distance, but the other part of it also, I must tell you, is that my own inspiration to a very great extent started with Kolkata, and I must tell you this, for the audience which is here, I must tell them this little incident that I was at an event, and in the afternoon I had a little time to kill, so I went with the driver to look at a temple.
Okay.
I walked into the temple and I realized that the deity that was being worshipped was actually Amitabh Bachchan. There was a throne along with a portrait of Amitabh Ji. So
I did not know this. Are you serious?
I was wondering whether this was real, but once I saw the pujari and I saw people, actually praying, I realized this was real. So I walked outside and there was a little boy selling puja ka saman, agarbattis and what have you. And from him I picked up a little prayer book known as the Amitabh Chalisa. Now, at that moment, I must tell you, I thought to myself that supposing you were to be knocked down right now and you die and you take birth 1,000 years later, by which time this whole cult of Amitabh worship has caught on. And now there isn't one temple but 100,000 temples. And someone taps me on the shoulder and says, do you think it was possible that Amitabh could have been a real man? Now that's the question which fascinates all of us, right? That could Ram have been there? Did he walk the earth? Was Krishna around? Was he a historical character? Or is everything made up? That's where the delicious conspiracy theory comes in. That what if? And that's what drives me. And I think my editor understands that.
What did it lead to, this Amitabh Bachchan temple?
So in fact, it led to that Krishna key, which was basically the notion that what in case in the present day you had actually a 10th incarnation of Vishnu. What would it be?
Do you really believe, what is your thought on it? Do you think it was just mythology, or did these people actually walk the earth?
I think it was Lewis who said that a myth is a lie that contains a truth. And that's pretty much what it is. That there's a kernel of truth in that myth. So you dig deep enough and you will find that kernel of truth. But if you think that the entire thing is an absolute truth, then I don't agree. So to give you an example, my take on the Mahabharata, you had a work which was 25,000 verses called the Jaya. It became 50,000 verses by the time it became Bharat, and it became 100,000 verses by the time it was the Mahabharata. You mean to tell me that all the various rishis and sages didn't add their own fiction to it?
That's human nature.
That's
We all
human
add
nature.
edges to it.
Similarly, you take the Ramayana.
Sir, and going into his mind, and what do you find?
No, I don't think I've gone into his mind completely. I think I'm going to do that on my book club, on Sonali's book club. I'm waiting to get into his mind on that. But yes, for me it was a fangirl moment because I've read his books, loved his books. Very excited, next book is coming out, Keepers of Kalachakra. I'm super excited about knowing what the story is about. So in that sense, very excited that I could spend this time with him. And I'm happy that, you gave me the chance to launch the book cover.
It was a free-flowing conversation.
Yeah, but it was very tempting, just the book cover, and I still don't know what the book is about. I really wish it was the book we were launching.
Absolutely, but now it's only a 5-week wait.
Yeah? It's all yours. All the answers are with him today.
What interests you more? I mean, the mythology, motivational, or which type of a book you read most?
I read every kind of book. It just depends on what I feel at that point of time. But like I've said, where Ashwin's books are concerned, I think he kind of mixes. There's mythology, there's philosophy, there's theology. I mean, just say it, and there's everything. It's like a lesson of life in a very, very entertaining, thrilling way. And there's a whole lot of literally like a nail-biting finish happening. So you can't ask for more, I feel.
So,
I don't know how.
Any plan to write some book or some of the
Not on fiction, definitely. Non-fiction, at some point, yes. But like I said, everybody has one book in them. That has come out. Now let's see when the second one comes out.
The first one was Modern Gurukul,
Yeah.
which, my respect for her is tremendous because it's one of the most sensitive topics, how to bring up your kids.
So, Sonali ma'am, any of the books I have read read of Ashwin?
Yeah, I've read Chanakya's Chant. That was the first one that I read. Though it was not the first one he had written. But I read Chanakya's Chant and I said, I like this author. And that's when I went back and read the Rosable Line and Krishnaki. I've not read the Sialkot saga yet. And I think it's a great opportunity that I should, maybe should I do this book next or should we do the Sialkot saga? And
Yeah, well, whichever one takes your fancy.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
So you had a conversation with Ashwin now. So like anything he motivated you to read Kalachakra?
Yes, completely. And everything that he's talking about, I love reading mythology. I love science fiction. I love fantasy fiction also, and I've always been a fan. And somewhere in all this, he kind of manages to add on a lot of entertainment and a lot of thrills. So it's like a crime thriller. So you can't define his books. I feel there's a lot of everything happening in there.
And for those who think it's easy, just try explaining Heisenberg's uncertainty principle in a novel, which is precisely what I've attempted.
And I'm sure he would have managed to make that entertaining. So I'm really looking forward to reading the book.
So when you will gonna?
For me, no, it's all about the book today. It's about the keepers of Kalachakra today.
Sonali ma'am, even Sonali recently launched her
Absolutely.
book. So any further
Unfortunately, I have not read the book yet, but I'm sure Soha is such a lovely person, and I would really wish her all the best for
will
that.
you be a writer ahead? Like you want to write something about, or you want to write novels?
At some point, I just answered the question. No,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
fiction for
shut
me.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
अनिल भाई मारेंगे फ्रेम नहीं आ रहा दोस्त आवाज दो ना शिवाजी राइट में शिवाजी नहीं मुंह से नहीं क्या बोल रहे हो